Fantastic.
I'm gonna get a little piece of paper out and I can write it.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the AVGL. This is the Dota 2 Collegiate, and it's the spring season. We're kicking it off, getting ready to roll again. And for those of you just joining us, we're going to have a giveaway. That's right. We're giving stuff away. That's for free. Absolutely free. It's a tiny statue, and we're going to let you know how you can win that after the end of match number 2 between Columbia and UNR, which is happening. Well, we're going to come up next to that. But we were just talking about the last game and favorite plays. I was going for the huge anti-mage mana void, but you said you like the Lina Ultra Kill better.
The reason I like the Lina Ultra Kill so much is because it wasn't like just Lina made this play. It was made all possible by an amazing Earth Spirit stun. He hit 3 people. He then rolls in, gets a 4-man magnetize. His geomagnetic grip silenced the entire enemy team, and just the team playing around with like they played so well together in that moment because they had to be down at least 8, 9, 10k gold.
It was ridiculous.
Managed to get 4 heroes dead and a tier 1 tower. It was very impressive.
Yeah, I gotta say, despite it feeling a little bit stompy of a game, it didn't feel like there was a drastic difference in skill levels. It was just who got it going, their draft style going earlier.
Right, that's exactly how I feel about it. I thought skill-wise they were extremely even, and it showed, but they just lost all their lanes. And really, game 2, that's kind of what it comes down to, is you lost all of your lanes in a draft that wanted to win the early game, or at least not get completely slaughtered in the early game, against an enemy draft that had the same game plan as yours. Win the early game and then crush.
Definitely.
Both teams were really snowbally, and neither would have played very well from behind.
Yeah, and weirdly, something we weren't talking about yet was that the Spirit Breaker, I felt made a huge difference. Just with those early rotations, he allowed those lanes to be won, because like when he'd charge in and he died a bunch, but he'd always turned his life for 2. He always made the trades worth it, and he especially helped shut down that poor Quap.
Oh yeah, and Oracle Karate Man ruined Quap's life. I've never seen Quap max blink first ever.
Well, there's no point in leveling Dagger. You're just going to get it purged off, and to get close enough to scream, you're going to get nuked to death. I mean, she really had no choice.
Mm-hmm. It was just such an interesting game, and I hope this next series is at least as good.
Definitely. All right, so actually with that, you want to dive right in? It's UNR versus Columbia. All right, diving into this, yeah, I gotta say I'm a little biased to University of Nevada, Reno. They're kind of, my home team, and they got a cool logo.
I do like their logo, but since I haven't seen either team play yet, I'm just gonna be the unbiased party, or I could just be the opposite of you and be like, you know what, Columbia's gonna win.
It's up to you.
Just for conflict, I guess.
Make it interesting. They do have a Super Saiyan on their team, and that's always something good. Ban out on the Batrider from UNR.
Some teams really are afraid of this hero, and clearly University of Nevada are afraid of it and don't want to play it either.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they would have left it in with the first pick.
Interesting. Columbia Esports banning out the Broodmother. Don't want to. Maybe they want to secure mid, and I know mid Broodmother's been making a comeback ever since the TI run of CDEC.
Oh God. My nightmares. But yeah, I guess it's possible, but a first pick Brood is begging to be is begging to have an axe picked into it, or a Darkseer, some hero that's just gonna ruin it.
The Legion Commander with her.
Oh, even that is pretty good.
Okay, ban out on the Void. Another thing we've been seeing so far. It's 100%.
Yep, has not been let through at all, and I understand why. But Invoker, OD, and Death Prophet are all still here.
So is Earth Spirit Oracle.
Yeah, and Lone Druid. We did not get to see. I would love to see Lone Druid.
Oh, dude, he's such a fun hero to watch, and he's got that cool new set too.
You see, Lone Druid, and then the other team opens with Outworld, Oracle, and then they pick Death Prophet. No, Invoker instead of Death Prophet. Death Prophet will lose lane to OD.
Yep. Okay, so let's. Let's see if you're in their heads this time, because
If I get like one of those, I have I have to get one.
you have to get one. Yeah.
But if I get two of those,
Then,
no, three
that
out of
would-
four, man, 3 out of 4. I'm guessing for 3 out of the 4.
If you get
I
3
think
out of
Invoker is 100%. Invoker,
100%.
then Venge is like 80, and Earth Spirit Oracle are like 75, and then Lone Druid is like 70, even though he's broken.
True. Now the only problem with Earth Spirit is having somebody who can play it.
What?
Dazzle?
Radiant pick.
Okay, so maybe in I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah.
Maybe so leaving the Lone Druid and Death Prophet picked right here. No.
Maybe, but if they,
Or Invoker.
you know what they could do? They could do Dazzle and then pick Death Prophet, then ban Oracle if it's not picked, and that would be really good because it synergizes really well with each other. No matter what they pick, you can always have the Dazzle hang out in the mid lane. Oh my god, what's happening?
Slardar Venomancer. It looks like maybe because it's their first match, they're going to go with comfort heroes and
Right.
something they know how to
Right.
play and then test to see how skilled the other team is. So something that's commonly paired with the Dazzle. Anything you'd like to see in particular?
I think they should go with the Death Prophet. It's you've got them weave, and the Exorcism spirits are like really gross together,
Yeah.
and it'll make sure that Death Prophet can't
10
possibly
seconds
lose her
remaining.
lane.
Yeah, and plus you can grave her when she has her ult out, and that'll keep her alive long
5
enough for the ult to come
seconds
back and
remaining.
heal her back up to full.
Honestly, any of the 3 super powerful
Reserve
mid heroes
time.
that are left would be great here. Or they could go Lone Druid too. Lone Druid would be awesome. I think actually maybe not against the Slardar. It's kind of scary, but they're actually gonna go with the Jaro. I was completely wrong.
So we're a patch. Okay, so for this, we're just gonna reset a patch ago and then cast for that. No.
Well,
All right.
this is a very 6.85e draft.
Okay, there's the ban on the low
Radiant-
druid.
Except with the Venomancer, who is a little odd, but I did see it today. Archon versus E-Wolves. I believe Archon
Yeah.
played it,
And
but it was decent.
GG.
It wasn't amazing, but it was
Radiant team
decent.
All right, so they ban out the Viper, so don't get that double poison team, and the Lion banned out from Columbia, and the Ember Spirit. Okay.
Some teams hate playing against Ember Spirit, and honestly, the 2 picks that Columbia have are so bad against Ember Spirit. He would just like It's kind of like how the Animage played last series.
Yeah.
He could just put a Remnant in mid and just split push forever, and they'd have no way to kill him.
You know,
And-
yeah. I mean, you could send a missile, and that's just hilariously never going to land.
hmm
You can even slide a
And-
fist dodge it at the last second.
Death Prophet and
10
Invoker are still
seconds
there.
remaining.
And OD, if any of those 3, if all 3 of those heroes go
5
unpicked or
seconds
unbanned,
remaining.
my mind will just be like in shambles. But and
Reserve
again though,
time.
a lot of these teams at this level will play their comfort picks, is what they go for, and just both the picks are okay. I think U of N has a little bit more synergy between their 2 heroes, because Weave plus Flat Cannon, and then the laning phase is going to be really easy for Gyrocopter. I mean, that hero lanes really well, but has actually very recently fallen out of favorability. And if we're 6.85, someone's going to pick Tusk.
You are right.
Um,
Somebody has to pick Tusk.
And I'm
the-
on an aside, I'm so glad that hero was just dead. But
He was getting a little every single match. Okay, another Sven.
second Sven we've seen. Really interesting. And, okay. Not... But my problem with Sven, I think Sven is situationally just like an amazing hero.
Yeah.
It's really hard to play Sven. If maybe he'll rush BKB and be fine. And there's
Yeah.
a lot of control and like the minus armor and the crush and the Venomancer slow.
10 seconds
It's
remaining.
all there, but and it could even be a deny
5
pick,
seconds
but I doubt it
remaining.
because there's already Gyrocopter. Because for a little while we saw Sven Dazzle. There's been a couple times where it's just like the
Reserve
Warcry
time.
plus the Weave. You have everyone on your team is like 40 armor, and
Oh,
just don't
damn.
die. And it wasn't even really ever that popular, but we're gonna go with
Radiant
Spirit Breaker,
team
okay, picked up by UNR. Now, would you? Okay, so with your Venomancer maybe looking to be a support, do you think maybe we see like a mid Magnus or something, like bring them together, crush them, stun them, and then chop them?
they should not play Magnus this game because his RPs will have to be ridiculously good, and if you're picking 3 melee cores against a
Oh,
Gyrocopter
running.
into call down and
gonna have a
Spirit
bad
Breaker
time.
too, it's not gonna be
Seconds
it's not gonna be a pleasant experience.
I'm gonna have a bad time. Okay. I can see that.
Yes.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Oracle
There's
picked up.
one. I have one of my like 4 calls correct.
Oh no,
so
they did
far.
ban. They banned the lone druid, so we got 2.
Okay, that's fair.
So
And UNR, let's see, they have their supports unless it's an offlane Spirit Breaker. I would go with a Darkseer. Darkseer would make Sven's life a nightmare.
oh god, yeah, and Slardar is actually
Slardar
like,
too. I think Darkseer would be, and the Venomancer can do nothing to him in lane because he just surges away when he gets slowed.
very true. And then, so you think the Oracle Sven
5
probably going to be a lane
seconds
together?
remaining.
Maybe you think this
A
Venomancer
tri-lane
might
would be
big?
okay. Maybe. I have
Reserve
seen it
time.
before ages ago. I'm talking like TI2 era. I saw mid Venomancer.
It's funny. I just saw it in the captain's draft. Of the
Radiant
oh wow,
team
okay,
back.
Phoenix picked
I
up, so
actually
probably
think It's a good Phoenix game.
oh yeah. Was it ever a bad Phoenix? No, there are
Well,
very bad Phoenix
yeah.
games. Ursa dead.
Sniper.
Oh god.
Or more in this meta, I guess Juggernaut
10
is really, really
seconds
good against
remaining.
Phoenix.
Yeah, which we haven't
but-
seen that out.
5 seconds.
This is actually
remaining.
interesting. This is the second time we've seen both Sven and Phoenix today.
Reserve time.
Two
No,
heroes that aren't really meta, but we've seen them a lot.
Yeah, well, it's one of those. I think it's they can work really well, and so I think teams get a lot of confidence with them by trying to make the combos work for them rather than trying to play in the meta. Like it's one of those play the heroes play what you're good at, and then try to catch up to the meta. So since it's a relatively new baby meta that hasn't really landed, I think people are going back to more comfort picks, like I've said earlier.
Right. And speaking of like comfort, I mean Shadow Fiend. If UNR are looking for their mid, and they almost certainly are, I think Shadow Fiend would have actually been a pretty solid pick. But I'm amazed that Death Prophet, OD, and Invoker have all been ignored.
Seriously, especially like who knows? Maybe we might see the Invoker pick ban here because
10 seconds
I mean
remaining.
Invoker, it's a pretty decent game for him. With the
Radiant
tornadoes
team
screwing up anything Oracle's doing.
I think Columbia should pick the Invoker, because Invoker would ruin them.
Oh god.
It would be a nightmare. Because if they get the Sven and Slardar struggle so hard against the Invoker. The Tornado, EMP, the Ice Wall,
Oof.
Ghost Walk, everything Invoker does is a nightmare for Sven and Slardar, the two heroes that you need to be able to get on this gyro.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah, and
So
you need,
Columbia, I think Invoker is their best bet.
5
and now
seconds
what would you
remaining.
say is for UNR? What would they be their best bet? Do you think the OD or do you think the Invoker?
OD would be good.
Reserve time.
Because you would just banish the Veno, or banish yourself when you're getting ticked on, or actually banish the Oracle, because
Ooh.
then he can't do anything in fights.
I like that.
So, and that's you either banish the Oracle or the Sven. You don't have to panic about Slardar. Death Prophet wouldn't be terrible.
Invoker.
And
There
yeah,
it
okay,
is.
really, they needed to pick. I think if they had
Dire
picked
team pick.
virtually anything else and UNR had taken it, the game would have. I don't like to call the game from the draft, but the game would have gotten substantially more difficult.
Definitely. So that means UNR left with maybe that OD pick that you were talking about earlier. With Invoker, it's going to be a little hard for UNR to get much done in the mid lane.
Because they don't have I mean, Dazzle's a great support,
10
but
seconds
it's why
remaining.
we see Oracle over him. Is Dazzle lacks kill potential,
5
and
seconds remaining.
we could see I think if they want to kill this Invoker, Death Prophet's better.
Reserve
If they want to
time.
win mid lane, Death Prophet's better than OD, because the Death Prophet has the Soul Siphon, which is an extremely potent ability. But the OD is by no means a bad hero.
Oh yeah, so
it's
I think they go the OD for that control over the Oracle you mentioned earlier.
yes, and it's not like it's gonna lose the lane to Invoker, and there is kill potential depending on the Invoker build. If it's Quas Exort, there is a little bit of kill potential there for the OD. But if he does Quas Wex and he can just be slippery, then they're not gonna kill him unless there's a good heal bomb. Like if he's out of position by the creep wave, which he could be from a banish,
Yeah.
then it is possible. It is possible in that case.
Fantastic. And we'll dive right in here. And Jesse going to disconnect real quick out of his Invoker. He'll be back in a small amount. So we got the Venomancer. He's got that. Looks... Oh, no, it's just the standard set. And then, let's see.
Spooky
Cosmos. Spoopy face. So it's going to be Hanging Sky on the Venomancer, Cosmos on the Slardar, and the Invoker's back. So that wasn't too bad at all, actually, as far as DC goes.
So if I'm looking at these drafts, I am not 100% on who I favor. The support duo the support duos on either side aren't amazing. However, I think UNR support duo will win in the laning phase. Columbia, the team fight, the late game potential of that Venomancer is that hero late game does so much work.
Very true. Well, Invoker, he's got the Immortal on. Got 5 dozen eggs running the Gyrocopter. Ryan on the Spirit Breaker. Zen 1400 on the Dazzle. The Chosen One picking up the OD. And last but not least, Mark on the Phoenix. And it looks like they're going to be headed to the bottom rune. And maybe they want the swoop around in the jungle, but both teams doing the exact same thing to each other.
I think they both wanted to go find a kill early because they both have great early one kill potential.
Yeah.
You got Crush on the side of Columbia. There's Crush, Stormfist, Fate's Edict, or whatever Oracle spells are called. I am not 100%. And Banish into, I guess, the Poison Touch, but I think that ability is terrible. But Rocket Barrage, Charge, and Banish is probably more than enough on most of these heroes.
Oh, definitely. So
it's gonna be just a 1-for-1 rune trade.
Just setting up in each other's jungles. Probably a lot of aggressive warding if we're not careful. Okay, so Calypso going to be rocking the Sven. Jesse on the Invoker. Cosmos on Slardar. Wumpkins, awesome name. Wumpkins on the Oracle. And then Hanging Sky going to be playing your Veno. So 1 bounty rune each for each mid, and pretty standard. Looks like we're going to shake out everybody walking the Walk of Shame to their lanes. You know, we didn't get first blood. Okay, I guess we can go back.
Yeah. Then it's kind of costly, but I mean, both teams are doing it. They're going to miss like maybe 1 creep each or something.
Oh, interesting. We got a dual mid.
I think they should dual mid because the OD, it's not like Invoker scales poorly, but Outworld Devour is Outworld Devourer. Like, the later the game goes and the better his farm is in the early stages, the more horrifying it's going to be to play up against that hero. I do not like what UNR are doing with this lane in bot.
Ooh.
The Phoenix should be solo. The Phoenix needs to be alone. He needs those levels so badly.
I completely agree. Not only that, like, you're leaving your... Okay, so top lane, you got Gyrocopter. Pretty much... Okay, he has Dazzle here, but... I don't think Dazzle's going to be able to harass hard enough to keep him safe, so more rotating the Spirit Breaker up wouldn't be a bad thing at all. In fact, you know,
a decent try.
The Dazzle's being bullied out by the tanky Slardar. I mean, look at this. He's taking Poison, Rocket Barrage, he has Crush. I mean, that should, on a lot of other heroes, that's a kill, but not against that tanky Slardar.
Yeah, Slardar is still a hero who he has fallen out of favorability, but you will occasionally still see him. And I think on Columbia, it fits. It fits nicely with them. And it helps counteract the weave a little bit. And it does help a lot with killing like OD and Dazzle. Like it's just a decent hero for them. But he's gonna struggle against this. I think the OD is, again, just this hero. It's the same as the Oracle. There's not a lot of heroes that match up well against him.
Definitely. Okay, so just a lot of harassment trade right now as the 2-minute runes are set to spawn. Yeah, it's interesting. They look to be playing more of a support Phoenix that's really gone out of style a lot recently. Venomancer picking up a bounty rune.
When you saw support Phoenix, it was always coupled with massive jungle stacks that he could farm and still get like a really fast Midas.
Definitely.
And it's really hard to do that after they gave the creeps the magic resist aura, but Phoenix needs the most important level in the game for Phoenix is 11. His level 1 ult dies excruciatingly quickly.
Yeah, which is the only way to balance it out, because if it came on in line any sooner, holy crap.
Mm-hmm. And
so it's like they are going to rotate Ryan on the Spirit Breaker to that top lane.
So Quas Exort Invoker, the issue, they don't have amazing setup for their Sunstrikes, but they still have a little bit. Like the Venomancer slow honestly is probably enough. Like it's almost as bad as being attacked by 2 Beastmaster boars.
Looks like Slardar might be diving a little deep here. He pops the rush, but here comes the charge in from the Spirit Breaker. Turns around, and then he gets stunned up. He's taking the full Rocket Barrage. This is going to be first blood. 1 more right click.
Ooh.
Nope, 2 more right clicks.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, yeah, poison. Zen 1400 taking first blood for his team.
I guess I know I said I hated Poison Touch, but I guess I did get First Blood, so...
Ironically, I love Poison Touch when I'm playing Dazzle, because it's one of those things, like, you just make people so nervous about getting close to you, because you're like, you're poison. I'm like, son of a...
That's true.
Combined with the
a
hard
good
right
buff.
clicks.
Yeah, I did get... The mana cost reduction helps it be a much more viable spell.
Mark taking some harassment from the Venomancer and Wumpkins on the Oracle.
So Mark is alone now, but as I said with like the Phoenix and Spirit Breaker together, Spirit Breaker needs like level 2, and he's fine. And then eventually at some point level 6. Phoenix needs to get level 11 at a really reasonable time to be impactful. But on the flip side of that, these supports have been in this lane a long time. The Veno and the Oracle are also going to be pretty low on the levels. There's not a lot of jungle stacking going on either, so just a lot of inefficiencies, it feels like, coming out from both sides.
Charge mid lane as Jesse's back into his tower. I don't think this will turn into anything, and he cancels it as Hanging Sky rotates mid. Drops just a ward, kind of a scouty ward. And is that the new ward, or is that like an old set I haven't seen?
If he's doing them, I think Columbia could do a push draft if they wanted, but their draft feels a little all over the place.
Well, crush onto Zen 1400, but he has to get out of here before 5 dozen eggs comes at him.
Yeah, he's okay trading like that, I think.
And so, interesting Invoker build. He's up to, a grand already, and he hasn't picked up a bottle. He's just got a multi. Makes sense. Gets the cold snap.
People like that for the Quas Exort, and I don't have any problems with it. I don't think he needs the bottle that much, because he's not going to be like spamming out spells. Oh,
Mark in serious trouble. The Stormhammer hits. They drop.
No.
Oh no! The nuke falling onto Sven there almost cost them the kill, but they managed to chase him down with the extra healing.
Good thing it has like a one-hit
Here comes.
Oh!
Skills, Sunstrike.
Oh man, that was
2 across the
satisfying.
map. Oh, might be even 3 as Columbia's looking. Sorry, a revenge kill, but nope. Looks like Cosmos is going to get out of there. Poison Touch taking him down, but not enough. Just pops the salve and he's ready to go again.
That
was a great play from Jesse. That was very impressive. Maybe a bit far up from Outworld, Chosen.
Yeah.
Outworld will eventually outscale the Invoker. Like, if it's 15 minutes from now in a 1v1, Invoker probably just dies. But early game, especially Quas Exort Invoker, maybe if it were Quas Lux, he would have been fine, but with the Forge Spirit, plus Cold Snap, plus the Sunstrike, there's too much damage.
Just a little too much for him to overcome. Oh, the stop! Gets the crush, but not going to be enough to get away. 5 dozen eggs, takes the kill on his
call down complete. Now that he has call down ready, Gyrocopter is the kind of carry who, ooh man,
there it is.
Really going for this?
Hell yeah, he is. The tower's on the creeps. He's gonna get it, but can he get out before he dies? That's slow. There's the Oracle locking in position, and Wumpkins wants this kill, and he gets it.
And misclicking those Purifying Flames. Fortunately, it's on a 2-second cooldown, but
yeah.
Maybe, I don't know if that was worth it for the Gyro.
No, I'd say not. He definitely needed a little bit more. Calypso taking seriously a lot of damage from this Phoenix, who's now just decided to commit, gets the dive, comes all the way back,
actually,
takes
you know what?
tower shots.
This is okay, no, it's not. So the Phoenix build that I favor is you ignore the laser, and you just build like the early fighter build.
Oh, dead. Just dead. The Venomous Gale just gonna be enough to tick him down. That was nice.
But like, and I think it would be better this game to like don't get laser, max swoop, max fire spirits, and then your ult, the attack speed and move speed slow. They can't get away from you, and I think the damage per second is something like 200 at
nice.
Just rank 1 ult. So you just eat people, and they can't stand and fight. Huh. But in just this game, I would prefer it because of the Sven and the Slardar, and even the Invoker would be pretty good against.
I can see that.
They're already terrible at killing egg on Columbia.
It does look a little hard unless they have both Forge Spirits and then a whole bunch of Veno wards up. It's going to be a bit more difficult. Let's see.
The only one who's decent at killing that is actually the Oracle's range is really good. So Oracle and Invoker are decent, but if they're hit by the Fire Spirits, no hope. Well, you can just purge it off. But
there you go.
It actually is doing it. Yay!
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was just looking at his skill build. That's an excellent build. I like that build.
It's the more of like, I'm not gonna support so the healing build is great, but this build is more like I'm just gonna kill everybody.
It's like I won't keep you alive, but I'll secure that kill you started, buddy. Yeah. Oh, call down on the Cosmos. They get the poison onto him as well. He's slowed by both. Gets off the crush. Oracle here to try to save him. Wormkin's taking a lot of damage, though, but he'll Fairy Fire and be okay. He'll just walk it off.
And False Promise came out, and it was not... I think it was good that he used it, but
Radiant's top tower
I
is
understand
under
why
attack.
he used it.
I think using it that early is more of discouraging them from diving anymore, because it's like,
Right.
it's, the kill's gone, screw it. Rather
Right.
than the, if he waited and tried to save it, he probably could have saved him without it, but it wouldn't have had the same mental effect.
Right. It wasn't an awful use. It's not like he just like TP'd in and ulted him or something. But actually, one thing to note: Slardar's level 4, and Wumpkins has his ultimate.
No snap.
So this Oracle is doing really well in terms of levels, and Slardar is pretty poor. Like he's not going to get a Blink Dagger anytime soon.
Oh, and not having that Blink Dagger, he's kind of just a glorified creep.
Yeah, honestly, it's really bad for him in this game, especially with the 4 ranged heroes.
Ugh.
And the really good kiting spells, like the Phoenix and the OD and the
Poison
Cooldown.
Touch.
Yeah, so without
Literally
Blink,
every single one of them has something to slow him down.
Yeah, without the Blink, the Slardar is going to be hard pressed to make to have any kind of significant impact in the game.
Oh! Drops the egg prematurely, but like you said, it's not very tanky, and he gets destroyed. He had no other choice there. He almost made it. And that's
So we'll look at the CS. Ooh, but wait.
going in on Cosmos again. Here comes False Promise. Is not on cooldown yet, and yes, it is. There it is, just barely. He sacrifices his life so that the Slardar may live. But let's see if he took enough damage.
Dire's bottom tower
It would have been a
Sorry,
good
Pumpkins.
trade. Because it wasn't even a trade, but it would have been okay. Because this Slardar needs to be coming back online now. He cannot have this bad a start.
Charging to Hanging Sky, and that's going to be enough to just finish him off, bringing it back to 5 and 6. Still in favor of UNR, but they took they're bringing it back from where they were a little while ago. Net worth. Oh, Sunstrike almost killing the Dazzle, bringing him super low, but not going to be enough. It's Jesse's skill shots have been on point.
So before the CS chart went away, we saw that Sven and Invoker had the highest, with the next two being Gyro and OD. But we see and it's basically the same on net worth. And the reason Gyro is so high is because he's on a killing spree now, right?
Yep, he's definitely he's taking the early aggression that hero brings and just bringing it all the way into Slardar's face.
Yeah, and that's why some teams still really like the hero.
Oh, okay, they get the stun on the 5 dozen eggs. He throws the call down, doesn't hit anybody. They pull the creep wave off the tower, but it's not going to be enough to save it.
Man. I think a Sunstrike just killed... Yeah, a Sunstrike killed the Phoenix.
Oh, man.
Jesse's Sunstrikes have been awesome.
Yeah, well, it looks like the Stormhammer came out from the Sven to hold him in place, and that was all the Invoker needed.
Yep. I wonder if we'll see Jesse start getting points in Wex, because a lot of what...
Oh, there's the cold snap. Oh, not many enough to keep him in place for the Sunstrike.
Very
though.
fortunate.
2 TPs coming in immediately. They're like, you will not kill our OD.
Yeah, this OD needs to be doing... Like, look at net worth, how far behind he is.
Oof.
He's not really farming that well.
It looks like he's having a bit of trouble with the Invoker, for sure.
Yeah, the Quas Exort build is the lane dominator build. Because you have Forged Spirits, you get all that bonus attack damage, and all of that regen. So you can't trade. And OD is decent at trading, but just not at this stage. Well, not at the very early stages. So he gets a couple points in Essence Aura. Yeah, I think that was more of a mobility charge. That was not going to anything.
Yeah, I just need to get there. All right, so... Well, top room, we got a ping out. Okay, no, so no, pings mean nothing. It's all good, everybody. It's all good. Everybody calm down. All right, so Sven moves into the jungle, grab himself some quick farm there. His 5 dozen eggs moves in, and they want to get a kill on this Sven. They want to slow him down. So Ryan and 5 dozen eggs trying to scout around, but they're just a little bit behind. But it looks like they're going to find him as he chops down the last of this creep camp, sharing the experience with them. There's the call down. There's the stun. Hit 1, hit number 2, and he gets the double stun on both of them. Well, Rocket Barrage is going to be enough to finish him off. Oh, Spearbreaker!
17%.
They're bad.
We've never seen a situation where it's like 17% where he just gets 2 bashes in a row or like 3. But, I mean, Sven was dead anyway, but it doesn't matter that Gyro didn't get the kill. It matters a tiny bit. Good banish.
Yep.
Deafening Blast is ready though.
And He's got the Forge Spirit keeping the vision. There's the glass. And the cold
got
snap.
Blink. Yeah, this Invoker is farming ridiculously well.
Super quick fingers.
And his Blink Dagger that he got already after Midas. It is level 11 now.
Good lord.
I can't believe I'm just rambling on about all these other heroes, but this Invoker is just going crazy.
Playing out of his mind as they take their first tower of the game, but they've lost their bottom for it.
That's okay. I mean, I don't think they care. I don't think they're that afraid of the gyro. And the OD is way too far behind to be that threatening.
Yeah, and late game, I don't know what they're going to have to offer this Invoker if he keeps playing like this.
I don't know if it's going to get to late game.
Oh, blinking Cold Snap onto Zenny. He throws the Shallow Grave, but he has to wait for the Cold Snap to break off of him before he can TP. He's just going to try to walk it off. He throws... Oh, definitely Bast coming in, killing him. Charge in from Ryan. That's gutsy move into 3. There's the dive in from Mark. Doesn't throw the ultimate yet, just throwing the Fire Spirits. Right clicks from OD, and here's the call down. Jesse drops as they look to turn to grab Healing Sky and Cosmos. Phoenix ult, a little late, but so it looks like they're going to be able to get out of there. He swoops in, not going to find anybody. Hanging Sky still... Oh, here comes the stun! 1, 2! Chop down. There's the Phoenix dead. And then they right-click down and take the Venoas for a trade, so it's a 2 for 2 in the end, actually.
Definitely favors UNR.
Oh, definitely.
Just killing the Invoker. OD not dying.
Whew. And your Gyrocopter was alive through all of that, so he's got his farm and everything going very well. And they're looking to turn this into the push on the last tier 1 tower. That's still up for Columbia.
Sven going to be going in S and Y, and I think that's okay. He just about has it, actually, so he's farming very, very well.
Yep.
And I would like to see him get a Blink, or at least a BKB.
Alright, they give OD the tower shot. They imprison and they drop the they just drop everything and make a safe retreat. They didn't want to get engaged on their running low on mana on their gyro. It's no reason to stay.
Right, and cooldown's cooldown is like 55 seconds. So.
Right? Super fun.
I think UNR should try for Roche. Not necessarily right now, but at some point.
Yep. Even though Columbia's got the net, they've got a net worth lead, despite being down a bunch of towers with that Midas. Really helping out.
Mm-hmm. I wonder how close Slardar is to his Blink. It does not look like it's actually at all close, but...
he would have to use most of his net worth,
right? Oh, man. That Triceratops stood there in the way.
Staring him down. Oh, Ryan charges in, hits Cosmos, and he's going to get out. 5 dozen eggs. They get the weave off, and Hanging Sky throws his ultimate, actually, on both of them. Cosmos can get a good stun. Here comes Calypso. Or Kaiwan, not sure. The call down, hits Calypso. He throws the stun onto 2. Dive. Oh,
not a bad egg position.
He's a little far out, but it's going to be enough. Calypso gets a false promise. Going to be might even enough to chunk down some of these heroes. 5 dozen eggs getting out, and that doesn't mean like it's going to be enough to save Sven as he blows up. And they drive in and just destroy Slardar. UNR coming back.
Really good. The Phoenix ult was really good where it was because they were scared to go help Sven. They didn't want to walk up into that damage. And then OD just, and it I don't know if it was on purpose, but it did zone them out of the fight. And fighting without their Invoker is pretty dangerous. And now look, OD is suddenly almost back in this game. He's barely behind the Invoker now, about 800 gold down, which is pretty negligible.
Yeah, that's what happens when you get some good hero farm.
Yeah, he's coming back in with all these kills. So things are looking good, and Sven should, if the game... I mean, it's a hard game for Sven. Yeah. Like, he was really well farmed, but he didn't actually feel that amazing in that fight.
Yeah, we saw, like, if he can get that quick kill on, like, a support and everything, but other than that, oh, here we go. Dazzle scouting out, Hanging Sky.
I don't think he realizes that he's under the ward.
Yeah, he's getting right-click now, so... Oh, they have another ward for him. He's pretty much dead here. Not even a charge going to be able to shave him as Oracle blasts him down, and Venomancer takes the last hit. This stack's getting a little intimidating. I don't know if they should stack it anymore.
You can just stand up on the high ground and do it. I'm sure you'll be fine. There's no ward vision. If there was vision, he would probably die right now, but there's not. So he's like, oh, they might have just scouted it out. Yeah, they're pinging it like crazy.
Oh no, he's gonna lose a decent. Oh man, he just only killed 2, and here comes the call down. They get the deafening blast. The call down's gonna do a few ticks of damage, but oh, the Oracle burst damage, and the Invoker just right clicks him down.
The stag is
now
taken by
Sven, oh, the one person who didn't want to get it, he finishes up his S and Y. Charge in hits everybody, but then the Stormhammer hits 2 back and chops beat them to death. The whole team of UNR going down, and this egg is just not going to make it out of here. 4 for 2 trade and an entire ancient stack camp.
And now,
going to the Sven. Oof.
Now they're going for Roshan.
That was ugly. All right,
And this is like that's a disaster for UNR. They needed that ancient stack, and now they're losing. They lost 4 heroes, their ancient stack, and Roshan.
Oof. It's hard to lose much more of that at this early in the game.
Yeah, like really, what else is there? If they lose their tier 1 bot, then they've lost everything that they could lose off of that.
Yeah, and this Oracle making Roche so freaking easy. He's just like, oh, he can't hit you. He can't hit you. He can't hit
And
you.
the Forge Spirit, the Armor Shred, just all of that, it just melts.
Trying to get the last hit with the call down from 5 dozen eggs. Doesn't quite manage it, though. And with that, things are looking great for Columbia all of a sudden.
I think they're way more ahead than the kills suggest.
Yeah, seriously. Wumpkin's getting caught out by Ryan, but he throws the disarm. He's pops his Mad Boots and just walks away. Doesn't even have to use his ult.
There's not enough item progression coming out from UNR. Like Gyro just finished SNY and HOD that Sven has had for quite a while. Oof. And Sven just picked up Blink too. So suddenly his greatest weakness, which was getting caught, getting kited, is now basically gone. And I think Slardar may have Blink or is very close. He's an extremely poor Slardar, but...
Oh, interesting. He dominates the Lightning Creep, the Harpy Stormcrafter. Charge in onto Hanging Sky, and Ryan looking to... His ult's not online, but he gets a Lucky Bash. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like he has enough to keep him here, where the rest of the team just comes in. Force Staff and Call Down.
Oh, no.
Call Down, Link a Calypso. They're all grouped up. One good Stormhammer. Nope, he only catches Zenny, which is going to be a dead Oracle, and
they need to abandon this Dazzle. They just need to let Dazzle die and leave.
Oh, they should have taken your advice. They popped the egg ult, which is going to go down to Invoker here. And even with the imprisonment, they still need to get out of here. So, Ryan dives in and gets immediately destroyed. Holy crap!
Cleave!
Jesus.
Why is this happening? Oh god.
Oh
Gyro, Blink's gonna cool down soon, and Gyro will not be around for much longer. Maybe try to deny himself to creeps and... OD lived.
Oh, good.
But this Invoker has so much now.
Oh my god, he's got his axe.
20 minutes. Yeah, that's Jesse is farming. Jesse and Calypso farming like mad.
Out of their freaking minds. And this is gonna look... Yeah, this tier 2 tower is done. It doesn't even stand a chance.
It just feels like UNR being outclassed in this game.
Yeah, they had some decent plays early, but like they weren't able to keep their farm on the same level as Columbia. So Columbia just coming back and... Oof.
They've just always been playing the catch-up game.
Oh, Slider's got his Blink.
A little late, but I mean, it doesn't seem like it matters that much.
Yeah, well, with his rough start, it's not a bad recovery. Holy crap, look at that graph.
That is...
Oh, call down. Looks like Hanging Sky gets caught out at the top lane and just, well, destroyed.
A little bit of a consolation prize for them.
Yeah. Luckily, it looked like it went to the Gyrocopter, which is good. Oh, Ether Lens out on Oracle. I love this combination of things.
I think that item is amazing on that hero. And it's amazing on a lot of heroes, but Oracle now can cast False Promise from even further away. The ridiculous range of Purifying Flames gets even bigger.
Yeah. Oh. And looks like they're going to try to take this bot 2 tower. And take it with ease with this terrifying Sven. Oh man. Alright, so they're trying to do their own counter push on UNR's side, but Deafening Blast barely clips. Oh, the Force Staff can be enough to save him. He throws a zoning call down, and they're going to be able to get out of here without too much ill will thrown at them. Now's as good a time as any. Don't forget, guys, we're going to be giving away a tiny statue at the end of the second game. So the one coming up after this, as soon as we find out who lives and who dies and who gets the win and who gets the loss. Stay tuned, and we'll tell you how to win that tiny statue there. Oh, charge in on the Cosmos from Ryan. Do you think he has enough to solo kill him here?
No, but he's not alone. However, they could just find a False Promise, but not sure if it's a worthy one, because he's going to die anyway, and now Wumpkins is going to pop too.
Yeah, poor Wumpkins. The Astral Imprisonment. Oh, interestingly enough, if you... Can you combo the Astral Imprisonment to take the damage away from the Oracle ult if he's poorly ulted?
I'm not sure. I couldn't tell in that little encounter.
It would seem OP because I know you can die in Astral Imprisonment, but you can. It's. I wonder if you could do that. I saw that interaction. Have to do some research, find out. Oh, the Invoker pulls the creep wave off of the tower with his Forge Spirit.
Sven's mad.
Oh no! Holy sh! And look at this.
He's really mad.
Holy hell! He's just chopping, and he's got a Blink Dagger up here in a second. 5,000 eggs. Gonna be able to get out of here. Blinks in. Oh, Mark and Zenny might not be so lucky. Just ridiculous. Oh, Shallow Grave, good save. Holy crap. The cleave almost killed Dazzle. He pops his egg. It's now level 2, looks like. And
Aegis was just reclaimed.
Oh! That's brutal.
It wasn't on the Phoenix. I think it was on the Invoker, but Aegis is now gone.
In the middle of a fight, that's what you hate to see. Looks like they're going to try to turn this into a tier 3 without those supports.
Without the Phoenix egg, high ground defense is very, very hard.
Yeah, they don't
Without
have
the Phoenix period. Very, very hard.
I mean, you've got your call down. Other than that, oh man, the alacrity on this already ridiculous Sven.
Back. False Promise is up.
You've broken the armor on your OD, so he can't do anything. The little wards even just chipping at him. This is a really good. Okay, here comes the call down. Looks like it's
call down.
Everybody only gets 2 there. Everybody blinks out. They're trying to find 5,000 eggs on the background. Wumpkin's getting attacked by Ryan. Oh, the OD ult doing a lot, and the Veto throws his ult, and he's going to get out of here. But I think that's going to be enough to take down this gyrocopter as he's going to fall to the death laser. Calypso, he wants to get revenge for that sweet, sweet slider. Blink in from Jesse, but the sweep out from Mark still almost dies to the right click, and it looks like 5 dozen eggs. Buys back, and he's back in the fight. Gonna be enough to save their racks this time, it looks like. Charging from Ryan, he sees Hanging Skies, decides against it, and backs up.
So many event awards, but that was a really good fight from Columbia. They lost just the Slardar, but they spread out from the call down very quickly. Only got 2 heroes caught in it. They isolated. I mean, the gyrocopter eggs was just really out of position. He got jumped on very quickly and died way too early in the fight. OD, same story, just got torn up. There was nothing there for him. It felt like he dropped his Eclipse, I believe, but it didn't really do that much damage.
Yeah, Sandy's Eclipse. It almost finished off Wumpkins, but yeah, like you said, not quite enough. Charge top onto Jesse, 2 TPs as well. Goes.
No.
Oh, he gets the cold snap. And do you see the ward get the tick and activate the cold snap so that way he couldn't keep charging? That was fantastically done.
If Gyrocopter dies, he has no buyback. And now OD is dead.
OD's. Oh, they get the 4 staff, but still dead. There's the Phoenix ult in the middle of everybody. They try to make him back off with the charge in from Ryan. Might be enough time. He gets the explosion off Calypso, though he's BKB'd up. Doesn't take the damage. Wumpkins throws False Promise onto himself. And they get another kill. Mark needs to dive out of here, which he does. The Invoker and everybody just chasing him down. Here comes this crush, and that is a dead Phoenix. 5-man wipe, and they got a Venomancer.
This could very easily be GG right now.
Just go mid and push it.
There's no gyro for 50 seconds. You don't have Phoenix Egg. You don't have Sanity's Eclipse. Your OD is really behind already. Sven and Invoker are monsters.
Oof.
There's not a lot going for UNR right now.
Look at this Invoker. He's sitting on 5k just because he can. Like he's like,
I think he's gonna get Octarine Core or Scythe because I think it's one of those two. Or Necro 3.
Necro 3 is a good choice, actually. I would say Scythe, just judging by the way he likes to control the team fights.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
But of course, that's entirely his playstyle. Who knows? Maybe he was like, yo, screw it, Rapier.
Once heard someone say Octarine Core is a good item on Invoker. And Refresher Orb is a game-winning item, but they're certainly already winning. And I guess I agree with that. If you execute that Refresher like flawlessly and get a double tornado, like all of that crazy stuff, then yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, a bit gross. Whoa, Calypso! Look at this guy. He just doesn't care anymore.
No, yeah, this Sven is it's kind of what the Sven on I believe it was NIU. It's what they wanted their Sven to look like.
Seriously.
But it just never happened. Like the 20k net worth, he's over 10k ahead of the gyro. Sorry, like 9 point something k ahead of the gyro. I'm sorry, it's not quite 10.
Oh man, they're smoked up, looking to dive into anybody bold enough to try to go farm, and it looks like it's gonna be 5 dozen eggs.
Oh,
Blink,
no.
crush, blink, storm. The OD's trying to right click, but he's not doing anything. The ult comes out from the Venomancer, and that is 2 dead in the blink of an eye. Call down, not going to be doing much of anything, just slows down Calypso a little bit and prevents him from blinking in. Zenny 1400 just gets blinked on, and he's going to be able to get it. They storm hammer the mark, and that's GG. Whew.
Without the only way UNR could have won a fight is if they got like a perfect egg call down Eclipse combo that kills like 3 people instantly, because Invoker and Sven weren't going to die to that combo no matter what happened. And then they could have 2v5'd and won. But maybe, if Sven didn't have BKB up.
Oh, man. Look at these numbers. 9, 1, and 9 on your Invoker, 10, 2, and 11 on your Sven.
GPM, 7, 18. And it was just they got outplayed.
Yeah.
They got outplayed hard.
Yeah, they looked like they were in a good position to, they were shutting down the Slardar. They were making things happen. It's just, once Invoker, like I think if they'd focused more, they'd spent more focus on Invoker, because they spent too much shutting down the wrong lane, I feel like.
It wasn't going to be like an easy situation for them. The lanes were going to be rough regardless of what happened. The OD just didn't get enough. I think they should have just camped Dazzle in the mid lane, because when you have a hero like Dazzle, and it's the same story if you have like an Oracle or a Bane or any of these defensive supports, you shouldn't lose your mid hero when you have a support like that, especially not in a one-on-one kill. The Invoker should have never been able to solo kill OD. And it's a little bit of a just misplay on the Dazzle, maybe. I think because if you're sitting there with Grave, he should be able to get away in the end, unless there's like a rotation from Veno or something.
Definitely. So with that, don't forget we're going to be giving away a tiny statue after this best of 3. So stay tuned for that. Who do you favor going into to this next game?
I think Columbia just disgustingly outplayed and the Nevada one. UNR. Sorry.
Yeah, that's so good. Yeah,
so
as much as I like UNR, I can't help but agree with you. That was some seriously sick plays coming out from the Invoker and the Sven and everybody on Columbia. So with that, we're going to take a quick 2-minute break, and we'll be right back with Game 2 of Columbia versus UNR.